Hey, welcome back to the channel, Boob Tubers. Appreciate you guys checking us out. Want to keep want to keep this short and like a 5-minute video. The truck itself is sitting, it's waiting on this. We pulled the transmission, we pulled the motor as one unit and painted the motor and the transmission a Pontiac metallic blue by KBS Motor Coater, Motor Coater paint. It's a high temp paint, has metallic in it. The last week or so it's been done. I've noticed it's got a nice gloss to it. It is sprayable, it's brushable, it's kind of self-leveling, and it's kind of hardened over the last week and a half. You know, most paints, these spray paints especially, without hardener or not adding a hardener clear coat, you can run your fingernail in it and put an indent. This stuff seems really nice. So fingers crossed that it holds up and lasts. So I wanted to clean up the motor. I didn't want to do anything wild, build the motor, anything like that. The motor only has 6,000 miles on it since it was rebuilt roughly. So I just wanted to freshen it up since we did the firewall and have all new components from the firewall forward and everything's cleaned up. I didn't want to put the on-painted motor back in it. So this is what we got. I didn't spend a pile of money on this. Honestly, I scavenged eBay, bought a few things from Amazon, I believe. And what we got is a look that I think is a really good look, and it looks high end. The headers are Headman shorties. They hug the block really tight and they're short. They don't drop down real low below the pan or anything like that. They're probably 3-4 inches above the pan, and then I turn my exhaust and run it back here. So sanded them down again, painted them with high temp ceramic paint, supposed to be 2,000 degrees, withstand 2,000 degrees. I do have black header wrap, and I am gonna wrap them down here to the collector. And the only reason is since they hug the block so tight, I had issues with my spark plug cables and spark plug boots getting hot and melting. So instead of wrapping the plug wires and the boots and everything, I'm just gonna wrap these. That way, if these do decide to burn off or flake or paint, I'll have header wrap on them and also keep some of the heat out of the engine bay. Let me grab the camera. I'll flip it around here and give you guys a walk around, but this is where we're at right now, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. All right, guys, here we go. When this thing was, after the last video, you know, it appeared to be a whole lot of blue, silver blue, that Pontiac metallic blue, but once I started putting these black components on, I think it really changed the look, and I'm really pleased with it. I'll just start at the top here and go down. The air filter cover and these were both eBay purchases. I had these in polished aluminum, and I totally planned on sanding them down and painting them, but for the cost of it, I don't know, it was 130 bucks for that set. It wasn't really worth my time to do that. The intake manifold, it's a Chinese model. It's nothing special. It's a dual plane intake. Once again, probably 130 bucks on eBay. Machine work, everything looks nice. There's no burrs or ugly casting marks. So I'm pleased with that. I can put links to this stuff, or if I don't, just message me and I can get that to you. I did buy the carburetor through Summit, and it is an Elderbrock AVS2, as you can see. Formerly there was a Quadrajet on this, which ran fine, but I just wanted to freshen it up, and I wanted a black carburetor. They make two different black carburetors. They make just a powder coated black, which that's what this one is, and then they make a plasma black, which has more of a gloss to it. So that's that. I got a new distributor that needs to go in. This was just the original thermostat housing. Sanded that and painted that black. It's a high 220 amp output alternator, once again, off of eBay. It's a Holley fuel pump, mechanical fuel pump, obviously. Sanded that down. It was originally I think it was a chrome. So we painted that. Got my AN fittings on there. Water pump, eBay, black. Comes with the gaskets. Everything's good there. Power steering pump. Mine was chrome. This is it. I ended up painting it. Painted it, added hardener, Rust-Oleum paint, semi-gloss black. Turned out great. Now, this is an 8-ribbed V-belt, or not V-belt, 8-ribbed serpentine belt kit that I bought off of eBay. Surprise, surprise. The kit itself seems really high quality. It was 300 and some bucks. Your tensioner for the power steering pump, it just pivots on that, and that's your tension. And then your alternator, that belt runs off the harmonic balancer, runs off of this, your water pump, and that's that Heim joint, or the 2 Heims of the turnbuckle, is your tensioner for that. And it worked out good. I will say, you get what you paid for. They sent me the belts, and the belts are way too loose. So I ended up wrapping a piece of ratchet strap around them and measuring what lengths I need. The seller that I got them off of eBay from is very, very, very slow to reply. He has replied to me once, said get him the lengths and he can see what he can do for me, but I'm not holding my breath. So I might just end up getting them, and then I got 2 belts that I paid for that ain't worth a dang. So all in all, that is it right now. I got to clean up the garage. Everything, the intake manifold, valve covers, carburetor, all this stuff's just sitting on there. I got to pull it off. I got to do the gasket and torque that down and get all my plugs and stuff put in. So thanks for checking us out, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Peace out.